Hey you guys, and welcome to the part 2 of our homepage build. So off the camera, what I did is that I just took care of those icons. So, I just resized them, make them smaller so that they look like this and they're not, really, really big. One thing that I don't like is that this goes into 2 rows, so it's not all aligned. So definitely gonna have to make some tweaks on there. So 30-day money back guarantee, we could do we can go to ChatGPT and just, write down, make this shorter. And it's gonna come up with something. So 30 money back in 30-day return promise, risk free for 30 days. I think we can go with that one. Yeah, I think that looks much better. So I like that a lot. What we're gonna work right now is gonna be this section. So for this part, we're gonna have some catchy headings. So you're gonna go straight back to ChatGPT and write down, give me some text ideas for the main hero section of our homepage. Should be focused on the desired state and final outcome after using our products. So you don't need to really brainstorm the copy and so on. I think ChatGPT is really smart, so you can just go throw in what you need and it's gonna pretty much do everything for you, so you can copy and paste. After some time, you'll get to that point where you're really good at what you do, like building the stores, copywriting, and so on. So definitely it will be easier to work on your own. But if you're starting out and you don't have prior experience with copywriting, store builds, and so on, ChatGPT is here. Really good thing to have. So let's see what we have. Trusted by thousands from back. Our products are built to help you feel the best every day. We can copy that one and we can add it on here. I like that. I think that looks good. And then we have the heading. So for that one, let's see. Yeah, I would like to have one really strong sentence. So make it really strong sentence that has it all. A bit shorter. I like this. Experience lasting relief and reclaim your daily comfort. Yeah, I think we can actually go with this. I think that's gonna be good. Just gonna make it like that and make the letters capital. Reclaim your daily comfort. For this one, what we could do would be, we can actually maybe make this section smaller. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think this is good. It really comes down to personal preference. There really isn't, a specific rule or something. So if I would make that medium so it's a little bit longer, I think that looks much better. For this part, what I'm gonna do will be some kind of a social proof or urgency. So we can go to ChatGPT and write down a sentence that is social proof focused. It will go above the main header. Maybe something like rated 4.9 out of 5 by 10,000 worldwide customers. I like this one. And just in order not to make it so rounded like 10,000, I'm gonna do something like over 7,000 500 worldwide customers. Choose us for, actually I don't need to make it capital because you can see it's like this. Just gonna make it smaller like this, yeah, and make it like that. Cool, so we do have that section taken care of, and what we need right now is an image. So what you guys can use, it's called, website is called Pexels, and it's free stock images, you know, that you can go and just download. So I'm gonna go on there and just gonna search for health. And when I say health, because I'm in a health niche, the store is gonna be in a health niche, I'm not gonna find image with doctors and so on, but something that is more like natural. Could be people chilling somewhere in the garden or something. So let's just see what's going on. This one is like, I don't know, like more into fitness. This one as well. Yoga. Yeah, and also don't want to use image like this. That's something I want to stay away from. But ideally on the image we could have like real products, you know, something similar to what we are actually selling. So let's see what we can find on here. That one looks interesting, you know, it connects like fruit, like healthy lifestyle with business. So it could be like, hey, you know, we're an online store that sells like products for health. Yeah, I'm actually gonna download that one just to have it, you know, in case that I can't find something that is gonna be good enough. So let's have that one done. What else can we find? Health products. Yeah, I'm having some internet issues, so it's taken a while to load up, but I hope you guys don't mind that. But I think, yeah, you get the idea. Just try to find some image that just matches the vibe of your store. I really don't want to spend like half an hour recording this, going through the images, and you know, so you guys have to go and watch that. But I would definitely give it some more research in order to find that perfect one that would work well. But I think that just for this case, we can totally go with this one. So I'm gonna click on the image and I'm going to go and upload the one I downloaded. Yeah, it's gonna take some time to load up. Okay, there it is. And this is what it looks like on our store. So let's see that. Cool. So there's some, you can see that it's like really dark and the text is popping, and that's because something called opacity. So there it is, overlay. You can see if I make that 0, the image is going to be super sharp. But if I add in some opacity, like 33%, whatever, you can see that it looks a little bit darker. So we do have some other options that we can play around here. So we can do like different height of the section. You can see that now it's taking almost whole screen. But yeah, ideally, I think like 650 is fine. Desktop content position, really up to you, depends on, you know, the image that you're using. For me, maybe it would work better if the text could be on here so that the vegetables are visible, but we can play around that and see. So let's just do middle right. Let's see what's gonna happen. How's that gonna look? Yeah, I don't think that's good. Let's do middle left and then make the image a bit bigger, 750, and some more opacity. And we have something like this. Yeah, definitely. Again, I would go and choose a better image, but I think it's a really good example for the, you know, just to show you what needs to be done. So we would have a section that would be about social proof. Then we would have a heading about, what we do, our products, and how they're gonna help the customer. And then from here, we would have a quick description of that. For this part, usually what we do have is that on here, we put the logos of magazines. So what that means, technically we're not allowed to do so because we were not featured on those magazines. But personally, I've been dropshipping for 4 to 5 years now, and on every single store that I do, I always add those in. All of my partners, all of my friends that do dropshipping, all of them have those things on there. And I never heard anybody having any issues. But yeah, if you don't want to take that risk, that's totally fine. It's not gonna make a big change. It's not gonna affect things on a big scale. But yeah, if you want to go with that, it's definitely gonna help with the conversion rate and so on. So yeah, what we would do on here we would add a section as seen on, and here we would have the logos of the magazines in the industry. So logo list, heading size, I like to have that one small like this. I'm not sure if I can make it even smaller than that, but we'll just reduce the padding on top a little bit, maybe like this. Now what I would research would be health magazines or books or shows or podcasts, and I would just download the logo. Okay, so you can click on images, and then you can get the idea of men's health, we have women's health, we have healthcare, and so on. So what I'm gonna do will be men's health magazine logo, and then I would go and download the black one. Save image to download, and we're gonna go back to Canva, and on here I'm just gonna upload the image on here. I like to make the background a little bit darker shade, so just in order to see it better. So something like this, make it centered, share, download, and make sure it's transparent background. Cool, and that is now done. Then I'm gonna open this iloveimage.com, and on here I'm just gonna crop the image. I want to get rid of the extra space above and beyond it. So I'm gonna crop it like this. And save. Now if I click on the logo on here, I can just go and upload the image. So I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna look something like this. Now, of course, I want to make it smaller, so let's just see. I think that size would be ideal. So just for the, visual purposes, I'm gonna add the same image on every single one of those logos. Obviously, we'll be replacing the images, but I just want to make sure that the layout is created. So I'm gonna do that. And for size, we can go for like 32. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. So 32 there. Cool. Now what I want to have is that those logos are all in one line. For me, that's not getting on. So let's just see what kind of options we do have here. Make section full white. So this is what it looks like currently. Horizontal space style. Okay, like this. That's what we want to have. Heading size small. I think that looks really good right now. Definitely gonna have to go and replace the images. For this section, what I'm gonna do next is that on here, I'm gonna add our brand color. So if you remember, we were using this dark blue and quite light one. So I think the light one would work well on here as a background. So I'm not sure if I have it saved. If you guys can't find the color that you have used, you can just go to this website, color picker is this one, imagecolorpicker.com. And you can simply upload the logo on here. So use your image, Vital Nest, and we're gonna upload our logo. And on here we can just, you know, click on it and copy the color code. So gonna do that. Image with text is selected, and background, I'm just gonna do this. And this is what I have. Doesn't look the best, so definitely I want to make sure that the text is white. So I'm gonna make that white, and I think that looks so much better now. And for the button label, we're gonna do shop now, and button link is gonna be products, and from there it's gonna be all products. And this is what we have created so far. So we have the main section, we have the social proof text on here, and now we're getting into, you know, talking about us, our products, how we help our customers, and so on. So let's just continue with that. Now getting back to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna write down, I need you to write me a header and text below it for the section on the store about us, how we help others, what we do, and what our mission is. Make it about 3 to 4 sentences, because I don't want it to be super long to take all of that space. So just to briefly introduce what we do, and, you know, built to help you feel better every day. We create simple, effective tools. I think it's too long, a bit shorter, but I like the heading, built to help you feel better every day. So gonna click on that, just update that and remove the bold. I think that looks quite good right now. We offer simple, effective tools that relieve pain, improve mobility. I think that looks quite good. What I'm gonna click right now under images and text, I'm gonna add another section, and it's gonna be, we can see what we have. What is icon? What does that look like? It's just gonna be an icon. Okay, I don't need that. I'm looking for the text. And now I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT, and what I'm looking for is some more urgency or scarcity, like join others who got rid of those problems and so on. So I'm gonna write down, give me some text that will create some urgency. That text will go below this. So I'm gonna copy that just to let it know. Don't wait for the pain to get worse. Start your path to relief today. Join thousands already living with less pain. Your relief starts here. I like that one. So I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna paste it on here and just make it small below the button on here. Text font, heading. So that's gonna make it like this, which I don't like. Yeah, I do like this quite a bit actually. I think it's coming along nicely. So for the images, what we can do again is go on Pexels and we can search for the images on here, but we can also go on AliExpress and we can copy the product name, okay? And we can go on Google and search for the images there as well. So pretty much copy from our competitors what it is that they're selling. So I'm gonna save that. I'm just gonna show you how can we find the images for our homepage and of course for our product pages as well. So I'm gonna click on the products and I'm gonna copy the trigger point massager. That is the product name. I'm gonna open new tab, gonna add that, and what I'm gonna do next is add plus Shopify. So you always want to make sure to add the product keywords followed by plus Shopify and hit enter. What is going to happen is that Google is going to show you all of the stores that are selling that product but are based in Shopify. So some of them are not going to be exactly the same product, like design wise, because this is like really general, but I think you get the idea. So we can just open as much as those links as we can and just go through them. You can also click on the images on here and then you can see what exactly we're clicking on. So we have those that are selling the same product. We have this one. I already opened it. This one as well. So yeah, now we can go through it. So this is not the same product, so I'm gonna close it, but this one is. So here we do have all of those images that we can use, for our store. So yeah, we can definitely get inspired by that. Take those images, put them on our store. And if you're kind of overthinking that, a lot of clients ask me that often. Hey Patrick, should I go and do that? The thing is that in most cases they don't own the content. The content is from AliExpress, Amazon, and so on, and it's available on the internet. So everybody just goes and downloads it. So you can totally go and do the same. So some of those websites, they're gonna have that option where you can't do the left click and download the image. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky and you're gonna have to do it through the inspect element and other things. Or maybe if you're on a Chrome as a browser, you can also go and download some extension for the enable right click. But yeah. Let's just see what we can find, if we can find any good images that we could use. I think that one's quite good. So we can save that one to downloads, go back to our store, click on the online store. We're gonna click on the customize, and from here, we're gonna add in our image. So I'm not sure if this is image one or how it goes. I'm gonna have to try. I guess I'm trying to change this one. I guess that's image two. But let's just see. So downloads, and let's just upload the product. So we're talking about other people and how we help others. So definitely we want to have like a human being on here on the image. We don't want to have like products, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's this one that needs to be changed. I was wrong. So we're gonna have to replace this one. But I think this looks really good so far. I think it's slowly coming together. I would definitely go and absolutely change this image. I don't think this was a good example to use, so I'll do that off the camera just to find a better image on Pexels in order not to make this video super long. So for this one, let's see what else we can find. Maybe there really isn't like a rule or something. We can also build to help you feel better every day. We can search on Google for back pain and maybe use an image like this next to this one. So I would just save this one, and I would go on the website, crop image, just to cut it a little bit. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's in a different format. I think I could also do this. And I'm gonna replace this one. And click done, and we have something like this. So on here they're pointing at the problem at the spine, and then we have a customer on here, you know, showcasing the product and offering it as a solution. We're talking about others, so we have a woman on here. We have a button that once customer clicks on it, it sends them to our all product section, and everything looks good. So I'm gonna stop on there. I'll see you guys in the part 2. And meanwhile, what I'm gonna do is that I will replace the main image, and also I'm gonna change the logos. So for the logos, what I'm just gonna do will be go on Google and search for women's health logo. I'm gonna download it and I'll put it on the store. So depending on how many you have, but yeah, like 3, 4, 5, 6 logos, I think that's gonna be enough. So gonna do that, and yeah guys, we'll see you in the next one.